Alright, it's that time of the year again. It's fall. It's when all the really nice, interesting beers like Oktoberfest and Pumpkin Beers come out. My favorite time of the year. I'm doing this with a cat that's as heavy as a pumpkin. Alright, so I've been hearing this, and people don't know the difference between real pumpkin and pumpkin spice, so I'm going to tell you something. Pumpkin spice, the first reference to pumpkin spice was in the 1920s in a Time Life magazine article. Pumpkin spice was to simulate the flavors of the pumpkin. They called it the pumpkin, which is I've seen, which is weird. Which there's all kinds of like weird, stupid little inconsistencies in this article. I had to look this up and fact check me if I'm wrong. They believed in this article that pumpkins were originally from like the Middle East, and like there's no such thing as a squash from the Middle East. There's no such thing. So pumpkin spice is nutmeg, allspice, and cinnamon, and some variations have other stuff mixed in with it. But it's pretty much a spice to simulate pumpkins if you don't have them on hand. And Libby's is actually the biggest producer of pumpkins in the U.S. Libby's Foods. So that in itself is interesting. So that's your whole deal. It's pumpkins versus pumpkin spice. Some people add, when they do beers, they just use pumpkin spice. Some brew it with actual pumpkin. Some do both. So first off, I'm going to do Ninkasi Brewing's Imperial Pumpkin Slayer. It's from their Rare and Delicious series. It's to be a companion to their Christmas Slayer beer. Yeah. And it's got, yes, the Headless Horseman on it. It's a Imperial Dark Double Alt Ale with pumpkin and brown sugar. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to give this a 3. It's a good beer, but I feel gypped because I only taste the brown sugar. I can't really taste pumpkin in it. Other than that, it's a really dark, nice beer, high alcohol content. So if you're drinking this on an empty stomach, you are going to get screwed up beyond belief. Yeah. Okay, next up. The Last Point Brewing Company's Pumpkin Down Scottish Ale with Pumpkins. Yes, it has a skeletal Scotsman laying on the ground. I'm going to be honest. This one is really flavorful. I like this. I'm going to give this a 4.8. It's one of the best pumpkin beers I've ever had in my life. You can actually taste the actual pumpkin. And it's not that heavy. It's alcohol 5.8% by volume. It's really flavorful. I really would say if you want to try a decent pumpkin beer, try that. Next, I'm going to have Seattle's Two Beers Brewing Company's Pumpkin Spice Ale. This is the look on my face when I drink this beer. I'm going to give it a 2.4. It's crappy. It's drinkable if you basically don't know what the hell you're drinking. It's not that great. The pumpkin spice is not even, it's not, it just has a mild notes of pumpkin spice, but I could basically like take sewer water and throw like pumpkin spice in there. Excuse me. And drink it and be a better beverage. So Laurel Brewing Company of Portland, Oregon, their pumpkin ale. Yes, it's a pumpkin jack-o'-lantern with an evil mustache. I'm going to give it a 3.5. Still not that great. It's a good beer, but when I talk about pumpkin beers, which I'm talking about right now, it's not that great. But it's a decent beer. Hey, pumpkin kitty. You're kind of heavy. Yeah? Huh? And this, I'm also, as pumpkin beers and a beer goes, This is a 4.5. It's Heathen Brewing Company's Cinderella with an S, okay? It's got, like, undead horses, and it's awesome on the cover. It's just awesome. This beer is actually brewed with Cinderella pumpkins. And you're wondering, what's a Cinderella pumpkin? It's a certain breed of pumpkin, and they're notorious for starting off really small, and they can grow to really large sizes. Sometimes to like 300 to 400 pounds. So this one, it's smooth, it's delicious. It's got cinnamon, nutmeg, and pumpkin in it. This is delicious. If you can find it, find Heathen Brewing's Cinderella. It is spectacular. So now I'm going to do some honorable mentions. They're not pumpkin beers. They're ones I'm reviewing for the moment. There's Dog Days Wheat. It's by Klamath Basin Brewing. It's a limited release. It's a wheat IPA, and I hate IPAs. But I like wheat beer, so I tried it. It's not bad. It doesn't have too much of the bitterness an IPA has. It's very drinkable. It's really smooth. Just has a little bit of that bite. I'm gonna give it a 4.0. It's good. I would have it with like maybe some barbecue chicken, something not too breaded, something very citrusy or salad based. Try it. This is the Chocolate Ale by Boulevard Brewing Company in Portland. No, this is Kansas City, Missouri. There's another Boulevard. Oh wow. Okay. I stand corrected. It's the Smokestack series, long neck beer bottles. This is delicious. I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Definitely chocolatey, but not too chocolatey. It is one of the brightest stars in the city of culinary treasures. Christopher Elbow has earned a worldwide reputation for his handcrafted chocolate masterpieces. Christopher Elbow, you made something spectacular in this. So yeah, I would really suggest this if you can find it. 4.5. Then there's Weizenbaum. It's a farmhouse wheat beer. It's a Berliner Weiss. It's by Jolly Pumpkin Artesian Ales in Dexter, Michigan. It's a Berliner Weiss, but it's not too sour like some Berliner Weisses are. If you guys can find this, I would try it. It's like a mixture of a Hefeweizen and a Berliner Weiss. It's got some sour, but not too sour. So if you guys can find this, I would like try it. I can't really speak for everyone. I'm not a Berliner Weiss person, but the flavors are. It's like a hybrid between a Berliner Weiss and a Hefeweizen. I'm gonna give it a 3.8. It wasn't too horrifying because I hate Berliner Weisses, but it's an interesting balance. I can't really give it be fair and give it a really good grade because I'm biased with Berliner Weisses. But if you guys can try it. I would really suggest at least make your own opinion on this one in particular. For me it's a very divisive one because I don't know whether I like it or I don't. So that's it for this week's episode. I'm going to be heading for Japan soon, so I may do an episode or two there. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Pumpkin Beers, man. It is the season. Don't start judging pumpkin ales or pumpkin beers in general because you had something with pumpkin spice. Try to find a beer that actually was brewed with real pumpkins. Make a decision from there because I'm kind of biased. I don't like pumpkin spice. Okay. Hey, have a good night, guys.